when I spit bars in a rave. Man, I go hard like Santan.
Alright, cool.
Rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop, man.
For real. I mean, silent Fat Man Scoop, please.
Only one request. Don't touch the mics, yeah?
Now don't touch the
You broke the minute of silence. You have no respect, bro.
Fuck yeah, no respect. Animal. Hello and welcome to another episode of Touchline Fracas. I'm joined this week by a panel of some winners, some losers. Let me go around and introduce them. I'm going to start with you, German. Start on my right. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm very good.
They say you're itching to come on the pod, itching to tussle.
No, I'm just like, you know, I'm not itching, but it's like part of my personality. Like, I need that sometimes, you know?
So would you say like tussling to you is the same as, I don't know, like a glass of orange juice in the morning for Disu?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Tobs, you joined us eventually. How are you, brother?
I think you know how I am. Let's just move on to Disu.
Let's
just move on to Disu.
Hosting, yeah?
Let's just move on to Disu. You know how I am.
I don't know
My
who
head's
you are.
kettled. My team's dead. I'm angry. Like, what do you want me to say? Like,
He wasn't meant to be on the pod, and he's like, I think I need to be on the pod this week. Can you guys push it back? Is this what you were anticipating?
to be honest, I didn't expect us to win today, but it was more to combat,
manage the
like
conversation.
to manage the narratives that certain pod members were going to actually try and
Name names, brother.
Antonio Conte, the bane of my life. Bro.
He ducked the smoke. Come on, man.
Smoke, man. Whole smoke, as they say. Also joined by Disu. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Just here. Got one of my ops here. His dad didn't make it. It's okay. Slap down his son anyway, bro. A son for a son. You get me?
You know, at least German doesn't cry and report a flipping foul to HR about being called.
Chevy.
What's this?
Oh, we'll tell you afterwards, boy.
Me Dominion number one. You know who I'm talking about.
They got Chevy good.
They got Chevy good.
They got
Before we
Chevy
start, I
good.
got to do the
Hold
usual.
that, Shemi, man.
Boys, like we've got to do the usual. Plug the socials. Touchline Fracas on Twitter. More people have got access to it now, so a bit more chaos. Some of them still aren't leaving their names on their tweets. Some of them are. Let's get better at that, guys. If you like the visuals, the YouTube channel is there. The pod has been posted on the YouTube. We're going to do that again this week. So subscribe to the YouTube. Club pods are coming out with their own individual YouTube channels as well. So make sure you subscribe to those so you can get the visual content, and everything else is wherever you want it to be. Just type in Touchline Fracas. Let's get into it. Super Sunday. Always Sunday is always super. This week it was Spurs at home.
All eyes on me.
All eyes on me.
That blockbuster slot.
Blockbuster versus top of the table Liverpool. Tobes, going into the game, obviously you'd won midweek, you beat Manchester United. How were you feeling going into the game?
Depleted, but
Depleted?
yeah, depleted as in like
man, personnel. I haven't physically not.
Oh, me. I didn't feel
depleted too. That's fine.
I didn't feel confident, to be honest, but I thought, you know what, like, let me try, because I've predicted Tottenham to lose our last couple of league games. So I thought, you know what, let me try and see if we can get like a cheeky draw. So I went for a 3-3 on the Big Six. But in reality, I've watched the Chelsea game, even that United game in the second half, saw the way Man United were literally just slicing us apart without the option of rotating in this fixture, whereas they made 7 changes to their team against Southampton, and they're already better than us, and they're already top of the league and are in form. Yeah, man, the better man knew that we were gonna lose this game of football, but I didn't expect to concede 6. I'll tell you that for free. I think that's an absolute disgrace, if I'm being honest. I don't care how many injuries we have. To concede 6 at home, it's a disgrace. They've played Southampton. They didn't put 6 past Southampton.
You got a kid in centre back. You got.
I don't care.
They call him
They've
Dragon
played
Ball.
Southampton.
They're the person people call him Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, you predicted 3-3, so you're not that
just add a
far
bit
off.
more.
3 goals. I'm not that far off.
Yeah, it's kind of in that ball region. Like you,
This guy, man.
Everything now, double.
I mean, my head's gone, honestly.
Yeah, you just can't put your thoughts together. Fair enough, man. It started early, man. They were onto you from the start.
There was no respite, bro. The minute I saw Fraser Forster just boot the ball into Salah's chest, I said, yeah.
It's gonna be one of them days.
It's a long day. It's a long day. And
Hold on quickly. See with my man, yeah? Don't you ever think like, do you know what, this week I want to try something different?
Fraser Forster.
Like this week, I'm not going to be shit.
I don't think he can help himself. I don't think he wants to be shit.
He can. He can, bro.
I don't think he's coming the best foot forward, and this is what you get.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like the managers,
Bro,
the managers told him you have to play a
McAllister
certain
goal.
way.
The McAllister was the McAllister goal 2-0.
The 2-0, yeah. It just
Bro is 6'7". Yeah?
Yeah.
He's 6'7",
Yeah.
and he could use his hands. So
Just stood there.
that's a Wembenyama wingspan.
Yeah.
but he's not only Disu. He can't.
And McAllister,
That's bringing him to close to 7 foot.
bro,
Yeah.
McAllister is 3'8". Yeah. And he got offensive rebound on his head top.
Crazy.
Nah, that's when I said, throw this game in rice. Throw this game in rice. Get this bum off my screen. Bro.
This is.
At this point, they might
he's
as well try.
embarrassing.
They might as well try
Embarrassing.
Udogie and goal, fam.
Do you know what it was about the game, right? Because we knew how Liverpool were going to play, and we knew that our team was running on empty, and the manager saw both these things and said, "I'm not going to make any plan whatsoever for this team." The midfield still gaping, the defense still wide open. The space in between our players was literally disastrous.
chasms.
Like it was.
Yeah, but quickly, Toby, but it's not usually that bad. The question I want to ask you is, and the rest of the cast, is usually when Spurs play teams, they kind of monopolise possession, right? And their issue is that they'll miss chances and the team might hit them on a break or set piece. They don't usually play teams that are willing to press them quite high.
Yeah.
The last time I remember that happening was Palace at Selhurst Park, and Spurs really struggled. So I was like, they were kind of shocked that that Liverpool didn't allow Basuma to get the ball maybe 10-5 yards high up the pitch. And what they did in reverse was, Sarr basically hugging a right touchline. Maddison was on the left wing and Son was on the left wing. And I just don't understand that build-up plan where you have, as you said, the spaces between the midfield three was like Westfield. It just doesn't really make sense. I just don't understand why you're playing like that against a team that's so good at turning the ball over high up the pitch, so energetic. I just don't understand, especially if you're playing Dragon Ball Z and Archie Gray at centre back. You know, okay, cool, this is a makeshift back line, right? So let's be tight, rigid, compact. Let's play two people in front of them. When we're defending in a 4-4-1-1.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Shut the spaces, funnel the play out wide. They were so easy to play through. I was generally petrified at how a manager could be that kamikaze. It just never really made sense, bro.
They had 13 attempts in the first half alone. They created like 4 big chances. They had an XG of almost 2 in 45 minutes, bro. It was scary watching that half.
They were super wasteful.
I think Ange left his players out to die, and
He always does.
And that's what I don't respect. Like, and obviously, because all Spurs players ain't good, and eventually, if you're put in adverse scenarios constantly, you're gonna start to make mistakes. And then the fans and the media will focus on the players making the individual errors rather than the fact that
position for these mistakes to happen.
But like, what I don't understand is that we all watch football every week. Yeah. Every time it's a big game, you see all the managers do something different.
Yeah.
Like Pep changed his pattern because he saw Arsenal did the 22-23. He changed his pattern last year. I remember he changed his pattern when we went away to Arsenal. You see all these managers change their pattern in certain games. Even Maresca, he changed certain things in certain big games. Okay, cool, I'm going to put Saicedo there. So when I'm inverting, I now have extra bodies in the midfield. I have like a box midfield. Like, I'm just like...
Just the same thing every single...
You know when you play the FM with the same tactics, you don't even change anything. And next week.
You normally do that when you're clear.
And do you know what it was as well? Like, at parts, I couldn't make out whether it was by instruction that we weren't pressing as aggressively high in the opening minutes of the game, or whether it was Liverpool just pinning us back. I think it was somewhere in the middle. But my thing is, even when it looks like you're trying to make small tweaks, it's not enough. And it's like, I don't know whether it boils down to just this self-belief to the point whether it's delusion or whether it's just a lack of respect for the teams we're playing. But whatever whatever it
can't
is.
be he can't not respect Liverpool.
Okay, but obviously he respects Liverpool.
It's a lack of competence.
But what I don't understand is, like, Tottenham don't have the resources Liverpool have. Yeah. Especially now when we've got 10 players missing, especially after we've just played a physically taxing 90 minutes against Man United. Yeah. Like, you should be doing everything in your power to try and make this game as easy as possible for the players to navigate, whilst also trying to balance getting a result. And we don't see anything. We don't see anything like that from the manager. And some of our fans will look at it and say, oh, what do you expect the manager to do? We've got 10 players missing. Okay, we've got 10 players missing. Okay, we're probably going to lose the game of football. But
It's how you lose, man.
I've seen that performance. I've seen that performance even when we had our full complement available.
Yeah.
So like, I'm getting to it's got to the point now where like enough is enough. I can't. I've been Ange out since Chelsea. I can't take this anymore. The only saving grace, genuinely, the only saving grace for me is that we may not be able to get a manager who can give us like an immediate uplift on this, and I'd rather see him manage out the season, have a real go at the cups, get rid of him in the summer, and actually go for a manager that can actually make a better fist of our challenges with this crop of players. I'm just sick of it. Like I feel
like we have this conversation every 18 months.
We do, and that's why I was going at Disu's boy Antonio in the chat yesterday.
My boy, man.
That's why I was going at Disu's boy in the chat the other day. That's why me, German, Leo, I've been saying this for
them, yeah?
I've been saying this for years.
There is something with Ange though. There is responsibility on the manager.
Agree.
As a manager, I feel like he has mismanaged the squad through injuries, through fitness. When you've had Romero come back, when you have Van der Ven come back, he's thrown them straight back in. He has mismanaged those players
for that last game, man.
So, do you know what I mean?
I don't blame him for using them though. I don't blame him for using them.
I do, because this is part of management where you have to make calculated and good decisions that lead to successful outcomes.
Why do you only have 3 senior centre backs?
Ask Daniel Levy. Ask Daniel Levy. We can't question it. The season before, we only had 2. We had 2 that he could call upon starting the season. So I guess you could say it's an improvement, right? I guess you could say it's an improvement.
I do believe it's an improvement. Yeah.
You got 10 senior centre backs. They got 3. Give them some, man.
They got a lot of wingers. Now they got like 4 or 5 wingers as well, man.
You call them out wingers.
They're winging something.
But no, like again, this is what I'm saying. Like we have a terrible owner, in my opinion, who's hampering an incompetent manager, who's also imposing his inconsistent and mediocre tactics on a bunch of inconsistent players. It's the truth. It's genuinely the Bermuda Triangle. It's the Bermuda Triangle, bro. It makes me sick. Like it's the same thing every 18 months.
Not good enough. The manager's not good enough. The director's not good enough.
What annoys me is
even the ball boys. Why you gave me the ball quick, fam?
But what annoys me is
the stadium's good though, no?
Yeah, the stadium's great.
Training ground sweet now. Because it's sweet now. Rebrand sweet now.
What annoys me is we've got some good players. Some are inconsistent, but we've actually got some good players. Okay, we don't have a squad as good as Liverpool's, Man United's. Sorry, it's not Man United. Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Villa is comparable, I would say.
This is where I think Ange has to take a lot of the responsibility.
And that's what I was getting to.
Villa got a better squad. I ain't
but even if you even if you think Villa's squad is better, I don't think it's way better. It's comparable. Like I would actually say that we've got a squad on a par with Aston Villa. The point is you've been given enough to have performed better than this. It's not enough to completely compete, which is the base point of my argument.
To be fair, you got the proof of concept last season because like you started off brilliantly. So it's not like the players can't do it. Do you get what I'm saying? You added Solanke.
Some can't though. I can't lie. Like some like Basuma, I need him gone.
Really? Wow.
I need him gone.
What about Son? You lot don't speak on Sonny, boy.
The problem with Son, right? Son was poor today, and Son has been. I think he's been poor this season, but he still had moments of quality, and most importantly,
but he's meant to be like one of your best players. And
he is meant to be one of our best players, but he's also one of our oldest players, and he's also a player that gets. How old is he nowadays? He's 32 years old. He's a player that gets flogged, that gets flogged relentlessly, and is being put in a position that doesn't suit his game.
Okay, let me ask you this here. In terms of like your squad, we were talking about Villa, but you're also behind the likes of Newcastle, Fulham, Brighton.
Exactly.
It's not like just the guys that are at the top of the table
100%.
that you like not as performing as well as. And
Bournemouth as well.
And that's why this whole when you're analysing Tottenham, it's very difficult sometimes to sort of like get your message get your message to the point where it can land, because there's so many things up in the air that's causing us problems, like Daniel Levy and stuff. But I don't want any of these things to be an excuse on how bad a job this guy has done this season. And I gave it the blight last year when the results were sliding. Even at the start of the season, I gave it the blight. We've beaten some good teams. Okay, we're scoring goals. Like, underlying metrics, etc. But like, there comes a point where I'm like, you're just not going to change. Well, 8 losses in like 17 games. We've lost almost half our league games. This is the lowest position we've been in as a team since Juande Ramos. Since Juande Ramos left us around 15th and got sacked, this is the lowest position we've been in heading into Christmas. Enough is enough now.
Right.
Like, we can scream and moan about how misguided Daniel Levy is and how we need this player, that player. But if I'm being honest, I don't want Ange to be the one that's managing this player, that player. If Daniel Levy wants to change,
do better with better players. Because remember, like in Scotland, he had Celtic best team in the league.
Yeah.
In Japan, probably equivalent. So he's shown that if he has quality, he can.
but that's different though.
No,
That's different.
his managing is fundamentally
It's
flawed.
flawed. 100% it's flawed. Because he's never going to, for me, he's not prioritizing the team above his own view of how he sees football. And that is that's where it just falls apart for me. We had a manager like that in Antonio Conte who was so stubborn, and his stubbornness led to his demise.
Give me a top coach who prioritizes the team over how they see football.
Pardon?
Give me some top coaches who prioritize the team over how they see football.
Pep Guardiola.
Do you think he does that?
I think
Yes.
so, no. I think, and to your question, I think all top coaches have their idea of football first.
Yes.
Then they look who can play to my idea of football.
Yes.
Then they say, okay, this player doesn't, this player, and then they move them out. So that's literally what Amorim is doing right now at United.
Yeah,
right?
but they will still tweak stuff though. So Arteta,
That's what it is. There's
2022-23 Arsenal
there
team
has to be
is
some level of adaptability.
Jurgen Klopp, 18-19, Liverpool. I know Van
Some
Dijk.
level of adaptability.
Van
has
Dijk
to
and
be there,
Alisson.
like, that's why Ange is not a top coach, bro.
He's
His
not.
idea of
He's not
football
even,
is
he's not even
flawed.
a mid coach.
Yeah,
I agree.
But if
He's
you-
not even a mid coach. No, I'm being serious, bro.
He's not.
I think he's
I've had enough now,
bottom 5 in the Prem.
No,
Am I
if
I
we-
wrong?
180 on him.
No, quickly, bro. I told you for the Chelsea game, I was out, cuz. What's that? What's that? You down to 9 men and you're playing on a halfway line.
It's mental.
You don't even have 11 players.
Courage.
No, it's not
No,
courage.
it's not. It's
not courage,
crazy.
bro. They need to check his WhatsApps from that day. On guard. Isn't it? Anyway,
Yeah.
my thing is like, if we review the tapes, the reason why they score goals is because they commit a lot of bodies forward. So it's kind of haphazard kamikaze, right? And really and truly, their good period was when Son and Maddison were going berserk. So if you're having players that are putting up goals and assists every single game for like 10 games, yeah, your results are going to be good. But the moment teams clock, okay, cool, this is how we're going to play Spurs.
Yeah.
How he's done to adapt to that is, okay, cool,
you
I'll
go.
move Maddison further to the left so he can get the ball quicker, but
in
then
areas
he's
he's not
further away from
dangerous.
goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I just don't really understand. Like, obviously some players' performances have fallen off a cliff. Like, I think Basuma has fallen off a cliff. Son's fallen off a cliff.
Pedro
I think,
Porro's been awful this season.
I think Pedro Porro's done all right on occasion, though. Udoki's fallen off a
not
cliff.
this season. Not
Udoki's
this
fallen off a
season. He's been
cliff.
terrible.
I think the only one that's kind of upped it from last season has been Kulusevski. Really and truly. So, yeah, man.
Brendan Johnson?
He's poor. Sorry,
That guy's
he's
awful.
poor. He's
But this is where
an option off the bench. But
Ange wanted him though.
I agree. Ange did
A
want him.
50 piece.
Ange did want him, but again,
How much was Kudus? What's what you telling me?
I think you say Ange wanted him, but I think Ange selected him from a pool of players that he was given. And I think, again, this is what I was trying to say to Ant the other day. Spurs have a history of choosing the B or C grade option. They're not gonna go for the option that will make us.
But you know why that is though, because the price point of the A option.
For 8 million. Jesus Christ.
The price point of the A option is higher, and typically the competition with the option is bigger.
I don't agree. I don't agree. Do you know I don't agree?
Couple players that you've been linked with before, they ended up at other and bigger teams.
Okay, but do you know I don't agree? Because I'm seeing Isak at Newcastle. I'm seeing Kudus at West Ham. I'm seeing João Pedro at Brighton. I'm seeing players who come into this team and give us an immediate injection of quality.
And you have some of these players as well. You have people. Someone like Romero will probably go on and go to a
We
bigger
do,
team.
which is why I said we've
Someone
got.
like Udogie might go
Which
to a
is why I
bigger
said
team.
we've got good players. That's why I said our squad is comparable. I don't think we've got a bad squad. I think we've got some bad players, some inconsistent players, but I don't think we've got a bad squad. I think he's doing a bad job
With what he's got.
Yes,
Fair enough,
yeah.
we can't knock that, man. Cool. I want to spend a minute if we haven't got a Liverpool fan on this week, but they're top of the table. They're 4 points clear of Chelsea with a game in hand. Hit you for 6 at your stadium. Salah grabbed a couple. Diaz, I think, grabbed a couple.
He did. I think he scored. He scored a brace.
Yeah,
Yes. Had a
McAllister
jolly
scored,
up.
and then Szoboszlai. How are they looking, guys? They're going to be top on Christmas Day. That's usually a good precursor in regards to who's going to win the title. What do we think of this Liverpool team about halfway through the season now?
I think they can really do it, man. Like before, I didn't really believe that they could win the title. Like, take away the game they played against us today. I genuinely believe like they can do it now. I don't think it's locked in. it's annoying because I feel like Arsenal still have enough overarching quality in their squad to make up that gap. But I think the way Liverpool are going now, they've got a coach who does sensible things in sensible moments in the football game, and I still think they've been able to maintain that ferocity in their attack to still blow teams away. And I think Van Dijk is playing to his maximum. I think obviously Trent in the mix as well. Salah is just knocking away at everything as well. And I think in the midfield, I think they struggled in parts last year. I think McAllister was probably I would say he was probably their most consistent midfielder last year. I think Gravenberch this season has given them a real platform to build off, right? I think they're in good nick, man. I feel like they can definitely go all the way.
At any part of their team, where would it be?
As in what, that's good or bad?
Not bad, I mean. Not good, sorry. Or potentially, what makes you not feel like, okay, this is locked in, and where you think, okay, this could unravel for them?
The midfield. I still feel like this. I still feel like they're searching for like that sustained consistency from some of their midfielders. I know Szoboszlai has upped it in recent weeks, and I know he played well today, but again, we're giving you acres of space to play in. Yeah. I think that's a player who they need more from. I think McAllister, I know he scored today, but again, sloppy for the goal that we conceded. And I rate McAllister. I think that's a player they need more from. I just think their midfield, for me, it's just not cohesive enough. Okay. I don't know, like, it's the one... The defence is locked down. Defence is locked down. The attack can blitz teams.
Do you think the attack... I feel they're quite Salah-centric. They are. So and there will be invariably in a 38-game season a few weeks where he's not.
But I think it's the way they play though. They're so aggressive. They're so fast. When they get the ball, they counter-attack with speed. They make good decisions. And when you got Trent and Salah just feeding people, man, have got to score, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like they have players that will randomly. I always say this, they have players that randomly have a good month. So Jota might just nudge us back. Jota might just drill like 6 goals in the next 10 games. And then he might fall off, and then Diaz is back on it. Do you get what I'm saying? Or maybe Gakpo randomly scores 3 goals in 4 games. Do you get what I'm saying?
Diaz scored a brace today for the first time in like months, bro.
Yeah, open Nash though.
You know, but that's the point he's making though. It's like we open Nash.
Is that enough though? Because what I'm trying to say, most title winners typically have two guys who. They had Salah Mane, and then they had Salah Mane, and then they had Firmino chipping in here and there. City had Haaland, and they had Foden last season. They typically have 2 attackers you can rely on across the season, and then everybody else becomes that third player you're mentioning, like a bit of Jota, a bit of Nunez, a bit of Diaz. I'm saying they only have Salah. Is that enough?
Right now, it's looking like it is.
Yeah.
Right now, it's looking like it is, but I don't know.
How many other teams? Do the teams that are chasing them have 2 of those players that you took off?
No.
There we go.
I mean,
for me, it's really early. Really early.
Halfway through is really early.
Yeah, I think it's quite early. I think you.
And Diaz has got 7 goals so far.
I think they've got a nice gap. As long as they maintain good form, they should do it. But I think it's still quite early to be very certain of things.
16, 17 games.
Considering there's going to be, I'm not talking about fixture parallels or any of this thing, but there's going to be moments. I don't think Liverpool have been through tough moments yet.
Adversity.
At some point that will happen, and they might get through it. You never know, but
you don't know until you know.
Yeah, exactly.
What worries me with Liverpool, and I say worried because I actually do believe Arsenal can still catch Liverpool as much as I'm saying this. What worries me with Liverpool is I do think there is something to be said there about those fixtures that they're going to have at the back end of the season. If you look at their last 7 or 8 games to close the season, they've got some really, really tough fixtures. And right now, it looks like they could get through those fixtures, but you never know the wear and tear of a season. If they go deep into the Champions League, if they go deep into the FA Cup, with some of the issues that we've discussed now, with the fact that they're so Salah-centric as well, like these are stumbling blocks that could actually derail them from winning the title.
Yeah, this is what I never talk about uncertainty about a season. Like if we're halfway through, if he's 75% through to the season, you don't know what's going to happen in the next game. You don't actually know what's going to happen in 3 days. You don't know are Chelsea going to beat Fulham or Liverpool going to beat the next team. You don't actually know what's happening. So talking with this much certainty, I don't quite back it. I'll say take it game by game. Of course, they're in a good position right now. They're clear favourites. They have a big gap, but that gap can decrease. And I think, Arsenal can make up the gap potentially. I think Chelsea could maybe make up some of the gap as well because that gap is also smaller. So, I mean, let's see. I think the only thing about their attackers, because people always talk about their attack and say they have so many attackers who can chip in, and I agree with this. They have got a couple guys that will at some point get hot, but then will get cold again. They only have one consistent guy, and in midfield, I don't think they have a consistent guy either.
I think Gravenberch has been quite consistent
at the moment
this
looks
season.
like one, but I haven't seen him have a full consistent season.
agree.
So
Agree.
So at the moment they're in a good moment, and they're doing really well. So fair play to them. But I need to see it more to be fully convinced. And if I see it more, then I'm like, maybe they're actually just going to run away with it. But
What's the more that you're talking about?
I think I just need to feel more convinced of that they're going to be able to replicate winning.
So you make a good point. You made a good point about the Salah situation as well, and it actually came to fruition last year as well, because there was a period last year where like Nunez wasn't scoring, Gakpo wasn't scoring, Diaz wasn't scoring. I don't know, man. I feel like Gakpo's playing better football this season. I feel like maybe he can offer more.
He's got 3 goals so far in like 16 games.
Well, it looks better.
It's more than that, surely.
Yeah, because
That's what I'm saying. I think sometimes with these guys, because no one really scrutinizes a Gakpo. No one really scrutinizes a Diaz like that. Like then the light is not on these man. Like people didn't even know Diaz didn't score since September.
Yeah.
Until
That's what I'm
today.
saying. This is first place in
scored
months.
3 goals. We're talking about the same guys every week: the Rashfords, the Sakas, the Martinellis, the Fodens. We talk about Madisons. We talk about these same guys every week. But these other men that are not actually doing anything, people don't really talk about. You just have this idea of them.
Do you know why? I think it's because Liverpool as an institution are doing well. I think with
Facts.
other people you're
100%,
talking
yeah.
about, right? It's almost like they're not doing well. What is the reason? And
2
then-
words.
God.
Winning bias. It's the truth. It's the same. It's it's literally the Jack Grealish of Man City. When the team is firing, right? A player he can go 8 games without scoring, 10 games without scoring, 15 games. Here,
How long
take
was that
a 20 piece.
Is it 44?
Whole
Take a
year.
20 piece.
Oh, calendar, yeah.
That's diabolical. That is
I had so on the Big Six today. I had a fiery argument with Grizz because I was like, "You're gassing up Szoboszlai. This guy costs 60 million pounds, and you give Maddison more vim than you give Szoboszlai.
Szoboszlai is bang average, bro.
Szoboszlai scored and assisted today. Do you know what his GNA count is for the season?
What?
3. Including today.
Yeah.
3 GNA for
I'm telling you,
playing
bro.
in that setup. But anyway, he had a good game today, so I can't talk apparently.
Yeah, crash it on y'all, boy.
Yeah,
It's not
fair-
hard.
Crash on.
It's not hard.
You had you screaming and shouting, God damn.
It's not
Fair
hard.
enough. All right, let's go to one of the earlier kickoffs today. Disu, Manchester United at home against Iraola's Bournemouth. We prefaced it on Morgan. I don't think any of us were particularly
Yeah, I did say,
confident.
I said, listen, man, I want you guys to understand we're getting packed on Sunday.
Yeah, I think everyone agreed as well.
Yeah.
Talk about the game.
It was a very strange game. I thought Bournemouth were the better team for the first half hour.
What's going on here?
Unless
That just reminded me of it reminded me of what we said. German and Dan Cruz going to the PJ office. In their suits. And the black men in suits.
Did you see that video on Ghana's story? Like the Nigerian security guard running along the car.
no.
That's my boy Cooks right there, man.
Oh, yeah,
We're coming for y'all.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was a bit of a weird game, you know. First half hour or so, I thought Bournemouth the better team. They played through United quite easily. The amount of times they got the ball in behind Maynard Ugarte was actually quite frightening, I'm not going to lie. They were doing that non-stop, and eventually get a goal. I thought maybe it shouldn't have been a free kick in the first place, I don't know, but I think it was a dumb challenge from Malacia. Anyway, he was kind of like extremely whack. So they goal up. But then towards the end of the first half, United had a few chances. Unlucky not to go in 1-0, 1-1. I was like, all right, cool. We should be all right second half. Yeah, so we're coming through the second half. I'm thinking, all right, cool. If we keep up in the same vein, we should have to get back into this game.
Yeah.
Mazraoui, I don't know what bro was on.
Crazy challenge.
And I think in that first half, I thought Maguire was moving a bit mad as well. Martinez moving a bit mad. He tried to dribble past 3 people. He got away with it, but that should have been like, he should have got stripped for that. So, and Malacia was moving mad. So a couple of men were moving mad. And then Mazraoui caught the bug, gave away a dumb penalty. Then
That was the game.
That was basically the game. And then literally like 2 minutes later, I can't remember what happened. Oh no, I think Maynard got dispossessed in the centre of
Yes,
the pitch.
yeah.
Played out wide, cut back. Semenyo loses, Martinez buries it 3-0. And I'm thinking, I don't think this has been a 3-0 game, but we're literally 3-0 down from like 3 bad moments. And then from there, United create chance. Like Bruno had like 3, Højlund had a couple, Garnacho had one straight away, put clean through on goal. I think he should take an extra touch, but you know, Garnacho, he weren't really gonna score. Ahmad needs to get on his shooting boots.
Those cutbacks, he's always struggled with those.
I don't understand it though. It's really, really poor technique.
Yeah.
Because you see him take
Like
a
he'll
corner.
miss it or hit his other
You see him take a
foot,
corner
he'll-
and he's whizzing them in. You see him
Yeah.
cross the ball, he's whizzing him. You see him do a diagonal, whizzing it in. It comes into nice time to shoot, now you shoot like Don Jids. Like, come on, fam. Like,
a very specific sort of chance that he struggles with, which is
I can't wait for just to hear that one.
yeah.
But yeah, like, I actually think like today. So today, United had I think almost double Bournemouth XG. They had like 4 big chances, had over 20 shots. And on another day, United probably win that game like 3-4-1. It's a bit annoying, like Bruno, like your thing's meant to be finishing because
Yeah.
outside that you got a good final ball, but outside that you're just haram. Do you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? But you're not taking chances.
Yeah.
Højlund and Garnacho, when they came on, we had more threat.
We irritating.
But literally the twins, we irritated.
I heard Garnacho put in a Hall of Shame again.
Both of them did, though. It's like they both make bad decisions. Like there's one time, good play from United. Now it's
beautiful.
now it's what's his name? Højlund driving through on goal, middle of the goal. Just keep driving with speed. You're either gonna get a shot on the edge of the area, or if the defender comes towards you, you knock it down to Garnacho and he's got 1v1. What he does is slow down. Then he dribbles to the left to make the shoot angle even harder. Who is this guy? Who is my man? I'm looking at even Ilson on the same. I'm like, brother, I'm sick and tired of watching games when every other team we play got better players than us.
Yeah.
You spent 600 million. How is that possible, bro? How is that possible, fam?
The
Do you know
Højlund-
what I feel like it reminds me of, yeah? This is a bit random. Watching NWA, yeah? And then Eazy-E's like, hold on. Wait, we got no P's. And then the manager was like, yeah, bro, the tour bus cost this, the tour bus cost that. That's how football United. I'm looking at our squad, I'm like, hold on, where did the P's go?
Yeah, but the
Where's
roof, the
Arteta
roof
money?
ain't fixed, dog.
Where-
It's still
bro,
leaking.
and the worst, bro.
What's the upset money bill? Rest in peace, Bill Kenwright.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop as well, from being a part of how I messed up the 1 minute silence, yeah?
Yeah.
I want y'all to know that. anyway, yeah. And then to make matters worse, bro, Amran's giving the interview, Ross got roof is leaking, cuz.
That's crazy.
The Old Trafford
I need
roof
to
is
watch the
leaking.
video. I've not even
Crazy.
seen it yet.
Actually, it was dripping from the roof.
That's
Bro.
crazy.
Yeah. It's tripping.
That's,
Drip
act-
season
ripping.
volume 4.
that's actually crazy.
Yo,
Meanwhile, they're taking people's Christmas bonuses.
Bro, man will getting our bills, yeah? A calm bills. Man said, nah, not even a
Hold this voucher, pussy.
Bro, not even a bills in a voucher.
Just
Gave
take
man a
that
40.
from your C-suite, man.
40.
Take that from your
No,
C-suite.
bro, they gave man a £40, not even a 50, rude boy.
Yeah.
No, I think personally, I think one of the players should nice them.
Bruno will.
Yeah, Bruno. Yeah, one of the players.
Bruno
should nice them.
Rashford will nice them.
Yeah, I feel like it's a
PR
bit mad.
merchants.
Yeah, but yeah, man. What's promising for today's game? I thought Ugarte was good in the first half, and it was better in the ball than I thought. Like a couple of times took the ball down. I was like, hold on. Why were you running around before like a hatchet man before? So you know, so now you can play with sense. All right, cool.
No, that ain't who I think it is.
Yeah. What do you feel about me?
No, God said.
Yeah, bro. There's a couple times with the ball down, did a back heel. I was like, hold on. Kind of just getting a bit closer. I was like, right, it's a guy.
He's feeling himself now.
Yeah.
He's been playing better for you in recent weeks now.
Yeah, he has.
It's making me laugh that people saying, yeah, Ugarte hates when the opposition have the ball. He also hates having the ball.
That's what I said to Elijah. Elijah, that's his boy. So Elijah is really trying to push for his propaganda now the stocks are high. But see me, a hater like me, I see everything and I'm going to step on that. You know, your stock, listen.
Step on that product, man.
Man thought by 9 a.m. tomorrow, London Stock Exchange open stock up. Nah, brother, this Nomics is putting out a hit piece on Sunday evening. Get that stock straight back down.
Yeah, you're trying to fuck around with a trading 2-1-2 algorithm. Not on my fucking
Not on
watch.
my watch.
I heard Manu stunk today.
No, second half was
I heard.
bad.
Yes.
Middling, I'd say.
Yeah, Midland.
What do you mean by that?
So he did good things and he did bad
Bad things, yeah.
Yeah, so
It was a mixed
good
bag.
things. I think we all know like he's really good in tight areas. He's good carrying the ball. He's good for passing it over short distances. The areas that he can struggle with is when it's kind of like bigger open space. But what we were doing a lot of was like getting out of tight areas and then like losing the ball.
Yeah, that's
so
what
he
he
do
did.
something really good, like get away from 2 players and then
Like,
maybe
he's not making fully for people today. Like and a lot of the attacks that were started, especially in the first half, were from his dribbles. But then he was just losing it after the dribbles. So the second half performance was bad. I thought Ahmad was good outside of shooting. Like, bro, you need to get that down pat. Because the good thing is he's getting shots off. That's what I like. Because you need to get your shots off. You need to be shooting 3 to 5
You
times.
still ain't shared that Ahmad come for me yet. by the
They
way.
dropped him, my bro. But trust me, it'll drop.
man,
because-
I'm waiting for the drop, bro.
No, listen.
what today is.
Yeah.
No, but obviously I
wait,
actually
I'm
share
waiting for
Ahmad
that to
comes from
jump through.
Sunderland, innit? And man's
Okay,
like,
you're disgusting.
bro, because listen, I knew, fam. I told you, just a small, humble family business.
Yeah.
3 members of staff. Me, mum, and Ahmad. Me, mum, and Ahmad. Now, business is
humble
booming.
family.
I saw us send a drop. Who did you drop? Ahmad, Saka, Palmer.
Yeah.
printed it out, put it up in the office.
Yeah.
We've made it.
We're going stateside, guys.
We've made it.
Yeah.
We've made it. We're already in these talks already.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans are angry. It took like 3 years. Bro, motion is motion.
Yeah.
You can't stop the
is
motion.
You know that.
And why
There ain't no anger here. It's just,
why I was on today is
it's
because
crisis management.
I was telling the group chat, okay, cool. Saka, last 4 Premier League games, no GNA.
No, do you know?
Yeah, injured. Now he's injured. So I'm thinking, Do you know, like when the king's sick in like Game of Thrones, this is the time for you to stake your claim.
Yeah.
Nah, no claim was stake today.
I was going to say, did you do that today,
No
bro?
claim was stake today. No claim was stake today. Not today, we back up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm not too worried because I think Amra's got us playing football. And these man really, really do stink. I ain't gonna cap. They really do stink. So I'm now thinking, okay, cool. If he's players, I should see improvement now.
Where do you see those improvements? Like from the players that you got now?
First of all, structurally, we are way better. The ball moves so much quicker. We're actually creating chances. And I think a lot of that is due to the fact that we got Ahmad, so the chance creation and stuff is going up. But I think the way we play and build up is way better before. Whereas before we had, to be fair, it's not really hard because we were at literally 0.0% for the build up, so it's much better. Now the issue is, I feel like with all managers, I think the most important trait for all managers is player choice and getting good players, because, and I think it was Pep that said, I can get you to the final third. Is about you guys have to show the quality in the final third. I reminded me of the Arsenal Everton game because I watched that game. I saw some breakdown for some tacticos. So I'm like, yo, Arsenal getting to the final third. It was outside Saka. They didn't have the tools in that game. And I think if Amarin gets in good players, okay, cool, maybe we can start to bubble on that. But until then, it's a bit peak because these players, we're going to see more of those results. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, I think I've maintained that it's going to be like this under Amarim while he's got this crop of players. We'll have some good days, you have some bad days, you have some medium days. So, yeah.
He ain't going to get sacked. He's got a bit of a free ride, to be honest.
Yeah, he isn't going to get sacked. I think the vibe from him is obviously a young manager who's got clear view on how he wants to play football. He articulates himself really well when he's in front of the cameras. I can only imagine that he articulates himself very well to the players in terms of what he wants and what he doesn't want. And I think if he's sitting with senior management and they're talking about what's missing from the team, he can also articulate very clearly what sort of profile of players that he needs to get the team to where the team needs to be. So it's the club's job to give him that. And I'm with Disu. I think if he gets the players that he wants, then we'll see a lot more improvement from the team and we'll be competing. All you want your team is to do is compete.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, locked in, yeah?
Yeah, we're locked in, man. The whole Muga's locked in.
Yeah,
The whole of Muga is locked in.
But
You know, I told you. The
I don't care about the whole of Muga. You two are locked in, yeah?
we're locked in. Yeah, we're locked in. We just said we're locked in.
Because Muga were locked in for Ten Hag as well.
Nah.
You know how I locked in.
Hey, man, that told me bring the Ajax players.
No, you know how I locked in.
Nah, but we're locked in. We are locked
Okay,
in.
cool. Okay, I'll see what you... Then, for the transfer window, I was already out.
To be fair, I knew Ten Hag was cooked when he was wearing the same suit for 20 days
I
straight.
said the same thing, bro. Man came
Ain't
in
no
a beige
way.
suit from Burton, cuz.
Yeah, but he was here to work. He weren't here for the fashion.
He wasn't working.
He was working. We
No,
working.
he was running ACs. I'm telling you, bro. He was okay. Sign my players from my agency. That's what he was doing, bro.
Yeah, he made a good.
He was
made a
running
good
up a
drink.
scheme for sure.
He made a good drink. We'll be remiss not to mention obviously Marcus Rashford doesn't make another match day squad.
That
happened to that boy?
was a swan being released, by the way. I know it didn't sound like it, but
So you're releasing swans for Marcus, yeah? Was it done?
bro, it looks like it's done at United at least.
Any thoughts? You, Tobs?
I don't know, man. We've spoken about this too many times in the NSO chat because there's talk of like, oh,
Signing Rashford.
would you take Rashford? Wouldn't you take
my
Rashford?
friend, 85 million.
For me, I don't know, man. I feel like there's just too much going on with Marcus Rashford right now, and I'm not even bantering. I actually think like he's definitely going through something, and I feel like he's been in a.
Aren't we all?
Well, yeah, life is tough, right? He's been in a very,
What's going on here, man?
very, very toxic relationship with the Man United fan base.
I thought you were going to say somebody else. Keep going.
No, I was saying he's been in a very toxic relationship, and it's clear he needs a change of environment. But it just looks like I don't know whether it's a United thing, but it just looks like the hunger is just gone. And I feel like Spurs, with all due respect, were not a club that will bring him in.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll put our arm around you, Marcus. We'll give you all the money, all the time, all the pay. It's never going to happen at Tottenham.
Right.
We're a club that needs someone to come in here and overperform.
My thing with that situation is he plays on the left. Son's on the left. So what do you do there? Do you know what I'm saying?
Son is 32, so Son is on his way out.
Okay, so what? So
But
you
Mikey
have,
Moore, though.
But that's the point I was gonna make. So
Yeah,
Mikey Moore's left. I thought he was a striker.
no, he's a winger, bro. He's an
yeah, but Martin
attacker.
Tobis, okay, cool.
Mickey
so,
Mouse,
Okay,
man.
cool. So you
Fucking
said.
hell.
What's that? Mush you. Sterling. That's how
Sterling's eye popped out of his head for 3 seconds.
Homer Simpson and the eyes pop out.
I know Sterling, Northwest London native,
Yeah.
but ever since then, I ain't looked at him the same.
Yeah, we won't even speak on the Arsenal piece, boy.
Yeah. You're
gonna see a new Raheem.
My thing with Rashford is where I can see it working is if you have him on the left, like he's actually one player that will actually run because none of your players really running behind. They don't. Not consistently.
Brennan Johnson and Son.
Yeah, but I'm talking about players. Here.
Okay,
Son ain't got no pace no more.
No,
That's the problem.
He's got some, but yeah,
Son
he's
lost a lot of
gets
space.
put through a goal and man them catch him.
Well, now, yeah, because he's...
Instantaneous. Yeah, I'm talking about now. So I think that will be good, and I can see Maddison and Rashford having a good understanding because that'd be something to hit over the top. But again, what do you do with Son? Right? I do think that Rashford needs a change of scenery, and I do think his behaviour, by all accounts, has been nothing short of shambolic. But where I do cut him slack is he has gone through an absolute madness at the club for years when he was a good youth. No bad stories.
Agree.
Every week, every 2 weeks, going to schools, feeding kids. Like,
Well, now he's in videos with Meeks, rapping out blasting guns.
why would you not be? He says kettle, fam. Say F it, bro.
Yeah.
F it, bro. So,
He doesn't care anymore.
yeah.
He don't care anymore.
He more shy.
He don't care
Crazy
anymore.
man.
Listen,
I think he needs to go somewhere where it's probably not as much pressure, though. United is too much pressure. Especially
Who
given
has
that
as much pressure as United, though.
this is why I think maybe Tottenham is a good choice for him because there's actually not that much pressure on that team in the interim.
But there's pressure on him.
I just think he needs to go to a functioning team. This team is dysfunctional. Dysfunctional team, dysfunctional coach. So
I
go
hear
to
that,
Spurs, it's not
dysfunctional
going to
team.
help because they're dysfunctional as well. So go somewhere functional. I think
Yeah, I
I
hear
just
that
think you should go
too,
abroad.
I've said this.
Where?
Just go to Spain.
Saudi.
Go Spain, Germany.
Madrid.
Start to do what? Or go Syria. Start blamming. Start blamming goals past them pensioners, bro.
Yeah.
It's the truth. Honestly, I
mean,
think he needs to leave this country altogether.
People always talk about Syria going there and get their rep back up. Who's gone out there and got their rep back up? Loftus-Cheek, he's holding the bench.
Lukaku did.
Lukaku did.
Lukaku was a shooter before
Lookman.
he went
Lookman.
to
True.
Serie A. So
Lookman did.
these I don't really see
Pogba.
Yeah, Lukaku's probably good. I don't think Pogba got his right back.
Lookman's a good example.
Lookman is a very good
didn't buy it.
example. That one I'll have. Yeah.
You
But there's not many. I agree.
Like even
You're
like
too ambitious,
Tammy
bro.
Abraham, he went there. What's happened?
Yeah, I don't think Syria is where you go to rehabilitate your career.
Bro, just go there and crash it out, man. Make some peas. Live life, man.
Lookman is a good shot. Outside of that, I see a lot of players go there and just it dies.
If you told me Marcus Rashford cut price deal, I would gamble.
Now you're biting. Now you're biting.
So-
Now you're
so-
biting.
so-
I'd gamble.
So if you told me
but
Marcus
when you say
Rashford-
what's cut price for you though? What's cut price?
It's probably going to be like a 40 piece, isn't it?
No way.
What's cut price to you?
No, I'm saying I don't think you're going to sell
No,
him for
but
40
what's cut
million.
price to you?
Cut price to me is 10,
Hey, wait. Before you say
10 million?
10 mil.
You're a fucking idiot, man. Get out of here,
how much you
man.
gonna pay for Justin Bieber?
Who's Justin
Who's
Bieber?
Justin Bieber?
The blondie they always bring on when they get smacked.
Bravo.
Oh,
yeah,
Bermuda. We paid like
the one when the Madison gets hooked, he come up.
Yeah. They're gonna flood you.
we paid about what, like 8 mil for him?
Yeah, he's a real YG, like 17.
Yeah, he's 18 years old.
Yeah, so
He's decent
fair
as
enough.
well,
I don't
man.
think you get him for less. I don't think
saw
anyone
He
gets
is.
Marcus Rashford for less than 40 million.
Yeah, something.
And that's very.
40.
And then
that's cheap.
and then how much
Hey,
do you
bring me
reckon he'll
Rashford
command in
out, fam.
wages?
Whatever he's on now.
Okay then. So now this is what I'm
we'll have
saying.
to subsidise, we'll have to
Spurs-
subsidise.
so
We'll take that out of the fee, innit?
I'm meant to
You
believe.
should have paid us 60.
I'm meant to believe that Tottenham are going to go out their way to pay
Break your wage
to break
structure.
our wage structure for Marcus Rashford, and then I'm meant to believe that our fans and the club are just going to give him all the patience in the world. Please, Marcus.
But you know that he has to be realistic as well. Where's he going to go that he's going to get the wage he's getting now?
Yeah.
There has to be an agreement with the club.
And also, to be fair,
and there has to be a reduction
your
in his
attackers
wage.
do get better opportunities to score.
They do.
They're just
Listen,
shit.
if for me it's all about mindset. I just don't know where Marcus
Yeah, that's the
Rashford's
thing.
head is at. Like I have no doubts about his ability as a player. Like if you asked me this a year ago, I would take Marcus Rashford in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Why
But
are you
now
snapping your fingers like that?
because
What's
I'm
going
like
on?
Yeah, that was
I do it
interesting,
quick
innit?
pronto.
Guys,
but now
guys,
I just feel like
Is that you calling the waiter as well?
I just feel like
jazz
there's-
bar and then the guy finishes.
Oh, yeah. Michael Bublé.
I don't know. I just feel like And again, maybe it's just that
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, oh, come on, man.
maybe it's just that Man United wear and tear. You look at
That was me when Diaz made it.
Look what's happening to the stadium. Look what's happening to the stadium. The stadium's even cooked now. So like Marcus, the stadium's cooked. So like I can
bro,
sympathise
we
with
have
Marcus.
that, bro. There's no difference between our stadium and the stages they put on wireless, bro. Same joint,
Yeah, Bermuda Triangle, the stadium.
Did you see that video with Nigeria where
It's crazy.
the stage collapsed.
Yeah.
That's Old Trafford in
Old Trafford.
2026. We
Did
don't
you not
move.
see that?
We used to move, bro. Old Trafford's gonna collapse.
Nah, got a few more years in there. The old girl's got a few more years in there.
If it collapsed, I need to be there, fam. Let's get that claim, fam. That claim.
No, it's already collapsed.
clearly.
And then you go there, and then you put a bit of rock on. You're like, it's peak, like.
You know, like,
Have you not
you know, like sometimes when you're just crossing the road and you just accidentally just stick your leg out.
No, I don't know that.
Give me a little bit of comp, yeah?
Hey, have you not random?
I know you went crazy with the whiplash thing back in the day, boy.
I wish. You know what? Everyone around me, they were getting bumped to the back of their heads. The one time it's happened to me, guess what happened to me? Where it was someone just like rear-ended us. Guess where?
What?
Brazil, where there's no
Ronaldinho.
and all the cabby said is, cabby said, your neck hurt? Okay, then get out of the cab, call a new one. That's it. No cop, no nothing. I said,
Man's got places to be, bro.
Guys were down back and they were hoping to get rear-ended. They were hoping to get rear-ended. I need this, bro.
I needed the comp, bro. I needed the comp.
Man's trying to get cop in South
That's
Carolina.
crazy
If you don't
work,
get out of here.
Okay. All right, cool. Let me take us a minute to go to our sponsors. This episode of Touchline Fracas brought to you by our partners at Sky Bet. Thanks to our friends at Sky Bet, we'll be delving into some of the hottest topics in the football, talking about the findings from their fan view survey. This week's question, I'll pick a spicy one. Come across to you, Disu. Do you believe Pep Guardiola will stay as Manchester City manager if they are found guilty of the 115 charges when the verdict is delivered in 2025? On the fan view survey, 39% of people said yes, 61% of people said no.
Now, what happened is that he's gone. But what should happen, don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere, bro. It's all nice to go and spend the GDP of Panama every year. Cool. And also...
You say I always use dulcet tone. Do you also always say the GDP of Panama?
Yeah.
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 The big fundamentals.
Same move, LeBron. Same move. Same move. Yeah, don't go anywhere, bro. It's all nice and good when you're smacking up everybody. Y'all cheated. Y'all, there were the consequences, yeah? I'll see you in the championship away to Barnsley. I want to see what it looks like, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you do it away to Barnsley on a Wednesday?
On cold Wednesday.
Yeah, and then on Saturday you got QPR.
Yeah.
At noon.
That's long.
Yeah.
And you got a bit of Westfield football as well, man.
Exactly. And also, I want my medals. Yeah?
What do you mean?
The 17-18... When we finish second, I want Pep Guardiola to personally go into his closet, take that and hand deliver it to Jose Mourinho. Hand deliver it.
Fair. So you think he's God if that happens?
Oh, with the quickness. Oh, he's probably got a clause. Even though I know he was in there cooking up the books with them.
Like the muffin, don't worry.
Cook it more,
Get
fam.
me Ruben Diaz. So,
Pep,
German,
we're gonna get
do you think he
caught.
stays if they get charged?
Part of me thinks he's already cooking it now, so he gets sacked before it even
But you
happens.
think this is all the master plan?
I mean, Guardiola is a bold genius,
Yeah.
so you might just
I
be
don't
like,
know. He
he might
stayed
know
so
what's
long.
happening. He's like,
Well, I mean,
fuck
he's not
this.
pauper, is he?
I mean,
He's
no,
got
I'm
played
saying,
very
like-
well, and he's got the best players in the world.
Yeah, and
not
then-
been hard.
Yeah, but they're gonna continue paying him. Like it's whatever, bro, man. Bro's got nothing else to prove. May as well.
Can't
just
lie, the
stay,
way he was
get the
scratching his
paycheck.
head, I don't know if he
go
can
for it,
if he
adversity.
can do the championship like that, man.
Fair enough.
That's
man.
gonna stress him. When them teams are launching long balls into the box,
Headers and volleys.
yeah.
Let's see what really made of Haaland. Thanks once again to our partners at Sky Bet, who've been the champion of fans, proudly sponsoring the EFL for over a decade. Sky Bet is for the fans, 18 plus only. BeGambleAware.org. Please gamble responsibly. German, let's come across to the late game on Saturday. A replay of your midweek game. I saw that second half. I said, yeah, they're winning on Saturday. Like they've got the juice now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, against Crystal Palace specifically.
Okay.
And it kind of played out the way I expected, but you talked me through it. You saw some guys who up until this time last week only scored 2 goals all year, now on 7. Talk me through what you saw on
I
Saturday.
mean, it's not been a bad week for Jesus just coming up to Christmas. So yeah, it's been good for him. But yeah, midweek game, I kind of felt like. Midweek game, I kind of felt like, yeah, if we beat Palace today and if it's kind of convincing, then I'm sure we find the lock on Saturday. So it's kind of what happened over the course of the week. I watched the game back. I felt Palace, they tried. Bless them. But
Bless them is crazy.
we had to put them in a quick pack before Christmas, man. I was interesting. One of the interesting parts of this game was for me that Palace tried that tactic that Tom Garrett, the Everton fan, I think, is it Everton fan? I don't know who.
What is that? 3 players outside the...
3 players, leave them up.
for the corners.
Arsenal won't be able to, and we scored. We hit the crossbar from one. We had 5 corners, hit the crossbar from one, and I think we scored from another. Came quite close to scoring from another. So, yeah,
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
that's it, man. We still gonna crash it on you regardless. So, yeah, I think
A lot of
overall-
people saying that it wasn't even a 5-1 game though. Because I watched moments of that game. I watched the first half.
Why are you smiling, cuz?
I'm not even smiling. I'm just saying that it
Oh, you're
didn't
quick
really.
outside devious.
He is
No, I'm not. I'm
the
just-
energy's very like...
No,
yeah.
I'm actually just talking. It didn't
Even
really.
your Kobe question, same sort of energy.
Like the first half, like it didn't really look like like this was heading to 5-1. If anything, I thought Crystal Palace might get another goal back. It might end 4-2.
To be fair, that's good. What Sal's goal was quite good.
Very good
I mean, I
goal.
don't
Yeah,
really.
very good goal.
That's individual quality that gone. I think a lot of times this season when we actually conceded, it has been players like
Doing the mad thing.
Doing the mad thing. Yeah, and when he scored that, I was like, fucking hell. But we came back. I think once we answered quite quickly, I was like pretty sure we would see out the game.
Mateta had a
One or
good
two.
big chance at 2-1.
He did.
Once he missed it, I was like,
Saliba was
that's
moving
it.
crazy
Yeah,
in the first half.
That's it.
That-
It's
I
over.
don't know who passed it to him, was slightly overhitting it. So
Yeah.
I was quite confident that and there wasn't like that in the midweek game as well. Like they kind of came back into it and then we just kind of scored another.
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't really respect them like that because we're typically a bit more intense, bit more solid. But in the end we scored 5 against them. So I guess our disrespect paid off. So
Yeah, and Palace do like
crazy. Our disrespect paid
and I
off.
think Palace are they're quite a resolute team. So I think that it's impressive to score 5. I can't believe Gabriel Jesus is doing this.
he's waking up right now,
There's
man.
some really good finishes as well, man.
Brother.
Some
The
really,
finishes,
really
the
good finishes.
finishes in the midweek is like watching Harry Kane. Not Harry Kane just side netting, just pure power. And the finishes, obviously the first goal you should finish. The second finish was brilliant.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
hitting the ball cleanly all the time.
yeah. Yeah,
So-
but then he did miss from like 5 yards for that trick.
He did. for the
Yeah,
hat-trick.
he could have scored like 2 or 3 more
Yeah.
in that game. So I think in that game for me it was important that we get chances and also miss them. I think a theme of our games has been we're getting chances, not scoring them, and then also we're just missing them. So we need to kind of score some, miss some. I feel like we need to make games more open exchanges. And I said it to. Who I was speaking to? I said it to someone on Touch Green. So we need to make the games more open exchanges. If we just camp and like snuff out any second ball, like the team is just going to sit in and not going to
it's
try.
gonna be difficult for
we're
you.
not going to get. We're not
And
going to
and
get
also,
the
I don't feel
chances.
like I think you're a really good team, but in attack, especially now Saka's injured, I don't think you have enough ingenuity to risk having teams just camp and camp and camp and
and
camp.
that camp becomes
Yeah.
difficult. Became difficult for Chelsea today
Yeah.
when Everton just camped it. So
Yeah, they said Martinelli was pretty good on the right as well.
he was quite good. He was just. I think on the right his game is simpler. He just goes down the side and crosses it. Like he's quicker. He's quicker than
I'm
most
not like,
guys.
your wingers are good at that because even like for the first goal, Saka is really good at making a yard, and he's left-footed. So even though he cuts inside his left foot, you know it's peak. But now he's added Ako down on the right-hand side, and he just clips it perfectly. He just drops it in the
Puts
back
it in
post
danger, bro.
Every
Puts it in danger
single
zone.
To
time.
be fair,
In the
that was
mixer.
probably the only bad thing from the game. I don't know how long he's going to be out for.
Right.
So we have to wait and see about that. But as I
Christmas
said,
gift.
adversity you have to deal with
This
it.
guy's disgusting.
Early Christmas
You have to
gift,
deal
man.
with adversity. It's part of managing and it's part of winning.
Who's the
So,
stand-up player for you
so
lot?
my question for you, let's say he's out for a couple of months.
I don't think it'll be months, but if it is, then
I
we have
you
to
don't
deal
know
with
yet,
it.
but I'm asking you. I'm giving you a scenario. I want to know your thoughts.
Yeah.
So he's out for a couple of months. What do you think the impact is for you guys?
That's a huge impact. But it's still game by game, as I said earlier. Can you win the next game? Can you win the game after that?
Word.
And as long as you keep winning, you keep staying close to the pack, you have a chance. If you stop winning, then the impact becomes more severe. So I think whatever happens, every game we just need to go in there and
I'm
win it.
interested to see who you lot play the right now.
I reckon it'll be Martinelli.
Martinelli, Trossard.
Yeah, something
Jesus.
like that. It could also be Ethan. Ethan could maybe get some minutes. I just don't think he will start him yet.
How was Havertz in midfield, goal aside?
I don't think he was good. To be fair, he was just meaty.
Not for him.
But yeah, similar to Marie. probably similar to Mourinho's performance, but he has a bit more goal threat. He arrives in the box.
Yeah.
Whereas Mourinho don't really arrive in the box.
yeah.
So
I think that's why he played, because I think he
That's why he
anticipated.
scored as well.
Yeah, and he anticipated, okay, cool, Palace, I know how they're going to set up. They're going to be very resolute. They're going to drop in deep.
We need that extra
now,
man in the
I'm
box.
I'm effectively going to have
man.
2 forwards now. Yeah, so,
He's shit.
Who?
Kai Havertz.
yeah, I agree.
He's shit.
You tell me this all the time, and I tell you all the time, I disagree.
He's shit. Like, he's actually shit. What are we doing here? He's crap.
What's your point?
My point is he's shit. Why are we talking about?
That's not how it works.
Crashing the box?
That's not how it works, brother.
No, that's
It's
how
not
I
how
don't
it-
care how it works. He's crap.
Okay.
He's not good. And if they don't win the league title,
wish you
he's going to be one of the
should.
players that's going to stop them from winning the league title. He's not good.
I mean, that's a theory that you've made up in your head.
It's not theory, it's fact. I'm
Don't
watching
talk
him.
to him like that. Hey, don't
I'm
talk to
watching
him in
it.
front of me. I don't
I'm
like
watching
Like,
it.
you
I'm
make-
watching
you're
it
making up a lot of
every-
theories.
It's not theories, brother. I'm watching it every single week. The guy stinks.
As of right now, is this guy the top scorer at the football club?
I don't care. Brennan Johnson was the top scorer at our club. Is he good?
Yes or no?
Answer
Is
the
Brennan
question.
Johnson
I mean,
good?
I asked you a question. Yes or no?
Brennan Johnson's the joint top scorer at our club. Is he good?
No, he's not.
Yes, he
In
is.
Well, all competitions.
Joint top scorer. Yeah, all
Him and
competitions.
what? Him and
Wait, how
Madsen?
many goals?
Him and Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka has.
He's got 10 goals.
Oh, how many
Yeah,
goals
he's-
has Son scored?
Son has scored.
No, these are not stat padding in
Son has scored about, I
League
think,
Cup
like
and that.
6 or
That's
7
why
goals.
Because in Prem, I think their top scorer
And
is
Europa
Madsen.
League, you guys, are you probably scoring a lot of goals now? I mean, I don't think he's crap. So I always said on Havertz, I always said,
Is he good?
yeah, I think he's a good player. Yeah,
No, he's not
and
a
I
good
think
player.
he has his uses. I always said we should sign Havertz just in order to add to the squad. I think he has a very complementary skill set, and I think he's versatile. He can play in the 8, he can play in the 10, and I've even maintained he's a good player to have around.
He's not good.
And that's my stance. And so far, no, let me stop you there. So far, I've been proven right.
No, you haven't.
I have been proven right because last season when he was signed, has he not proven to be a good player to have around and do his thing?
He's not been good
in
this season.
particular parts last season, brother. Listen to what I'm saying. In parts of the season, he did his job last season.
Called a purple patch.
I mean, you think 7 months is a purple patch?
It wasn't 7 months.
It was 7
It
months.
wasn't 7 months.
It was 7 months.
It wasn't.
Well, we're gonna have to disagree on the time frame.
Yeah,
now.
let's disagree then.
So then what's next for you guys? You're just gonna keep winning, just hoping.
It's
that you
just
can step
about
up?
it's just about winning the next game. That's what it is for us. I don't think we should be looking at the next 10 games. We need to look at who we play next. Can we win that game? Do we win that game? We've seen this month we've passed up two great opportunities to make up the gap. We passed up the opportunity against Fulham. We passed up the opportunity against Everton.
Yeah.
So it's not about who do we play in March? No, who we play next week? Are we going to beat them next week? That's all I'm focused on.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, you say
Cook you,
consistent.
but I like your perspective.
He's
Makes sense.
consistent with that. He's never.
I don't like it.
I've not swayed
Don't
from
worry
that.
though. I'm waiting for a slip up though.
Even when Arsenal were top and stuff, he'd always be like, just the next game. He never
That's what it
gets
is.
carried away. I like that. All right, cool. We'll keep our eye on that German DZ. All right, let's do our awards. First one, get Big Sam in as defensive coach if he ain't managing. So this is the award for positive, negative managerial performance of the week.
It's got to be Ange, man.
Well,
That's
I
shit.
usually.
All right.
I usually.
We know the answer for this one.
I'll start with
Clean
you. So,
sweeps.
It's Ange. You can't concede.
It's
6
Ange, will not
goals.
leave you though. Let's make that clear.
what are you all saying?
It's Levy. In fact, no, F that. It's
And today
Daniel
I
Levy.
saw
It's Daniel
He's
Levy.
a chairman.
I
don't
saw
care.
an AI
It's Daniel
picture
Levy.
of Big Sam actually in a Man City tracksuit.
Get Big Sam as defensive coach.
Oh.
if he ain't
We've gone
managing.
global.
Yeah.
We've gone global.
We're
It's
there.
to hearing.
Yeah, mine, my positive one, my boy Andoni Iraola.
No.
Obviously, one of the top young managers
No, your boy
in the
got
league.
sacked. I know you're trying to
No,
jump
you
on
don't
the
have
next
one boy. I have one friend. I have one friend. So, he's a manager of Premier League, obviously doing his thing, cooking at Bournemouth. Yeah, hooping, man. Obviously, they were lucky today, but I like what he's doing. He's another one that teams are going to have an eye on, right? I don't know if he necessarily gets a bigger job here, but teams in Spain, on the continent, will for sure.
If you could predict, who do you think is the next big team to sack that manager and might go
Ange.
from?
Ange.
And there's the next big one.
Yeah, Arsenal's not. Arsenal. Amridge just got here. Arteta's safe. Maresca just got here and he's doing well. Slot just got here. He's doing well.
Yeah.
And Pep's calm.
Yeah.
I don't think, but my concern is I don't think Ange is going anytime soon.
Do you not?
No, I don't.
You lot
Why?
got, trust me, you lot got some more crashes on the way.
No, we do. And
Some more, I checked the schedule. There's more crashes on the way.
we do.
bro.
We do. I
Who-
think
who
we
you
might
got
even
next?
get crashed by Nottingham Forest away from home.
Oh, you'll definitely get
no.
crashed.
So,
Gonna make it mean more.
Yeah.
so
Hey,
I
Chris
don't
Wood's
know.
got signed for Dragosin.
You going to that game?
No,
Cool. All
I
right,
sold my
let's
ticket.
get to the next award then. This is the It's Not Double Denim moment that had you the most rattled this week. I can start with you, Tobes.
When he took off James Maddison today.
Why did your head go?
Complete head loss, because it's just like, it's the easy option, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
okay, let me take him off and bring on an 18-year-old who's gonna run more. Let's go with that gimmick. And it's like, we're still conceding goals. The defense is still wide open. The midfield is still gaping. But okay,
I mean,
no,
they scored 2 goals as well, though.
I don't care. We scored 2. We scored 2 goals against Chelsea when Maddison came on the football pitch. Did that mean anything to anyone else?
Sounds like themselves were
And
doing something.
he assisted one of those goals too.
Fair. Disu, what moment had you the most rattled this week? When you went out and came back, it was 2-0.
Bro, shout out rattled because I'm mad sick as well, yeah? So I've gone to go get something for my daughter. I've come back. As I come back, my missus has told me she needs one more thing. So now I have to go back. And it's bare windy, bro. So windy. Like,
the wind was crazy
My
this
hood
week.
is moving from side to side. Right
Yeah, crazy.
I come in and settle down. I'm seeing Clive take a penalty. I said, nah.
You might let a guy with jerry curls.
Crash it on us, yeah.
What-
Do you know?
the hair doesn't dictate the player. The
Do you
player
know what?
dictates the hair.
I found it mad
Well,
though,
I
that like
disagree.
the minute
Listen, I want to launch my dread agenda on Mugger tomorrow.
The
the minute it went 2-0, it went 3-0.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't even had time to sort of like digest the 2-0, and it was just 3-0. Wow.
It went 2-0. It was 3-0. It was
Crazy
crazy
work, man.
I was still stewing at man's row. It was 3-0. Didn't even have an opportunity. What moment had you the most rattled this weekend, German?
I haven't really been rattled like that this week. We've won both our games.
Injury?
To be fair, Saka injury probably is, but I haven't been rattled because I don't know the prognosis yet.
It's because he's doing the rattling. That's why he's not been rattled.
I guess
like this
I
morning.
do distract
Like this
myself
morning
that
when
way.
this morning when he was trying to gaslight Cougs and
Yeah, it's too funny.
That's insane. Cool. All right. Next one is the No Agenda of the Week awards. Whenever that pod's gonna start, Disu, we eagerly wait.
That's on Anton.
What's your agenda of the week?
Just all things Anton related. Just putting him in a spliff, bro. That's just my agenda. Just putting him in a spliff. He tried it a couple times this week. Slapped him. Once I tried to group chat, he thought I wasn't going to respond. He goes, "Oh, you ran away." I said, "No, I've got time." I left my office to start voice noting. And you know what, man, don't respond. That's how you know you won. Yeah. So this week, to be fair, he was going to come today, and I was like, I don't even have the energy to tussle. Yeah. So I think that was a good one. But
Next week,
tea,
we go again.
some lem sip,
Yeah.
going through.
We're back up.
Yeah. Since on podcast, I don't have that energy. But
Yeah.
on WhatsApp,
Voice note? Yeah. I'll go all day. I'll go all day.
It's Monday tomorrow. You know you're gonna get bare voice notes from him when he's driving.
I know.
Yeah.
By the time I wake up, there's 12 voice notes.
How?
You know what? I was actually going to say Dominic Szoboszlai because of the way in which Grizz was just peeing me off today, right?
Gaslighting you.
But I think I might have to join the fight against Antonio, you know? Because normally I actually quite enjoy him, like tussling with Meads.
Yeah.
But he's been saying one too many things the last couple of days that have just been, I'm like, I thought we were friends, now we're enemies. So now I'm joining the campaign against Antonio. Yeah? That's my agenda. That's my agenda for
You got
the
an
week.
Antonio agenda cooking as
Yeah.
well, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. And then German.
Man, I got too many, man. Which one am I gonna pick? I do enjoy Mo Doggy one. Been paying off recently. So maybe Jed Spence.
You want a Jed Spence agenda?
I suggest
No, Jed Spence over
Oh,
Doggy.
better than a
Doggy. Yeah, I think that one is quite good right now. Yeah, I think I'll stick with that one.
You'll stick with that one, yeah?
To be fair, I'm keeping my eye on Son. I don't care how old you are. You playing ass.
Okay.
So yeah.
I mean, listen, he's had some good games this season, but yes, he's
Which
been
games
poor.
would that be?
Against Aston Villa, I
You
thought
don't
he
have to
did well.
defend him, bro.
Against
You don't have to defend him,
Everton,
bro.
I thought he did well.
Do that on
So
NSL,
that's like
bro.
2 out of 16.
Against Man City, I thought he
What's
did
that, 3 out
well.
of 16.
Against West Ham, I thought he did
4 out
well.
of 16.
I don't. Oh, so how many goals has he
Look,
got?
even the way he's
4
limping
goals?
back, does it?
He's got about 6 goals this season.
In the Premier League?
Yeah,
Nah, I think
5,
so.
6 goals in the Prem.
That's a lie, brother. I know that.
He's got about 5, 6 in the
He's got
Prem.
less goals than Havertz in the Premier League.
I know
He's
he
got 6
has.
assists. That's what he's got. He's got 6 assists.
I know he has.
All right, guys, a short
One is a
pod.
great player, one is shit, yeah?
Yeah, one is shit because Son actually has more quality.
I'm just checking, bro.
Just asking questions.
Is Brennan Johnson good?
Just doing
Is
some
Brennan
research.
Johnson good?
Not to
He's
me,
got
bro.
more goals than Saka in the league,
Oh yeah, but he doesn't have more assists.
but he's got more goals. Does that?
When I look at the G and A,
Gentlemen.
Yeah, okay.
The short, that's a whole number, right? That's an integer.
How much year they Saka got? 15.
15 or something like that.
Okay, cool. Madison's got 12. Yeah. All right.
Son's got about 12.
Lads, this is going to be a shorter pod
What you
than
gonna do with that?
usual.
Son's
It's gonna
got
be a
about
shorter
12.
pod than
Something Easter.
Can we have some order here? Come on. Let's get together, man.
See, I don't even have to do much, man. I'm getting all these responses.
Yeah, a shorter pod than
tussle.
usual. Listeners' questions. Now there's like a dozen people tweeting from the account. We will answer listeners' questions during the day tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait.
People will put their names on it. Other than that, as always, a pleasure, gents.
Just the last couple of words. Mike, make sure that international, what do you call it? Muscle memory?
Institutional muscle memory.
Make sure that muscle memory is intact this season, because last season it wasn't. Yeah,
If you lot bottled it,
we're looking over the fact that, you know, you lot were 7 points ahead, dropped the ball and all that. Golly, no, production. Don't tell me it's done.
Black director says it's done. All right, lads.
get some
Peace.
radio.
When I spit bars in a rave, man, I go hard like Santan.